Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another Saturday of Chitter Chatter with Urban. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope you're doing well. It is cold over here. The weather has shifted yet again. So it's significantly cold. Good morning, Jova. It's significantly colder. So I'm going to have to make some quick adjustments when I get off the live. I should have moved some things in the garage already. So I'll just do that. And I have to get that's good, Erica. I had to get the plastic around the chicken run. It's been chilly and the wind, and I had to put it up now. It was getting warmer and it was like up and down, so I couldn't put it up yet because it would be too hot for them. But now I need to put it up. So I'll do that today. And I have to turn off the outside water because we're not going to have an explosion like last year when the pipe burst. So we're getting ready and doing it properly this year. And something else I have to do. I can't remember. Oh, the compost bin and a few little bits and bobs. Hey, Fifi. So I got my low tunnel set up. This week I'm going to get myself reorganized, and so today's title is just setting some winning strategies in every category. So we'll talk, you can talk, I'll drop the link, you can comment and what we're doing for the fall season going into the new year to put ourselves in a better position, whether it's being more organized and whatnot. So I put the low tunnels up. I'm going to this week get myself organized into recording. Morning, blessings, D-Mood. Recording the content and getting it out there. I know what's holding me up. And sometimes you got to get a plan together, organize how you're going to record and edit. And I like what Mike's Chaotic did. He got a whole bunch of videos edited and up, scheduled to go on Premiere Live, whatever you call it. And he's recording new content and he's, putting it out there. I'm doing it 1-1-1-1, which is part of my problem. I record a whole bunch of videos, I edit them at one by one, and then upload them. It's probably not going to be the best choice. So I'm going to have to reshuffle and sometimes put up a more current video before an older video, depending on the subject matter, and just be okay with that. Not having to have everything exactly OCD in chronological order. So I'm just going to start doing doing that. But the squirrels, again, won't let me be great. And they went under one of the low tunnels and digging it up. I caught them a few times, threw some rocks, threw a stick. Allegedly, there were some violent actions. They were scaling my house, tormenting the chickens and provoking them. And a lot of stuff was going on behind my back. While I'm in here working, they're out there causing problems. They dug up one of my bok choy, so we'll see what happens. But as it stands now, I have plants outside. They're doing okay. They're surviving. There were some snails on there, some aphids, but I'm spraying when I can. Good morning, Analytic, but not too much because remember, it's cold, it's frosting. I don't want those things to make the leaves freeze. So you have to prune the leaves or, figure stuff out. Yeah, I dropped the link. Okay. So that's what I'm working on. What are you guys doing for, I wouldn't call it a New Year's resolution, but the year's coming quickly to an end. Like it's literally November. It's winding down. Before you know it, it's New Year's. I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I just do goals. So what is your goal for the fall? Let's bring up categories. So let's talk about fitness. Does anybody have any fitness goals to start doing? I know some of you have been working out, have been from last year. How are you continuing to be motivated? How are you keeping yourself motivated? I got up every day this week and did a half an hour workout. I didn't get up today. Saturday's my day off. I probably will do it tomorrow, Sunday. And I feel fantastic. And it doesn't have to be a full-fledged workout. Even doing a 30-minute like beginner workout on the TV, very basic, but just getting your heart rate going. I'm sticking to it. And it's not about competing with anybody else. It's competing with yourself. I fell off, but exactly. Sometimes you fall off. And I think I fell off and you probably did because you're busy and your schedule. When you get a good routine going and it's disturbed, it's hard to. So right now, my clock went back an hour last week. We have daylight saving time. I get up every day at 6:30. but now 6:30 is really 5:30. So I could sleep in and push myself to get used to the new time. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get up at my same natural time. So that's 5:30. That means I have 2.5 hours before I start work. So I take care of the chickens. I'm working out for 30 minutes. I do a bit of reading now, and I feel much more productive. It's dark outside when I'm doing the chickens, but I have a bright flashlight, and that's what you do. You have to keep to your routine. So Alex says I need to get back on my bike. Distracted drivers really mess me up. And hey, Psalms, I know it's you, Psalms, um, under your husband's account. I get motivation from watching Lashes. That's very true. I got a lot of motivation from Lashes. I got motivation from even Erica and Billy posting on Instagram. Bougie was posting how many steps she took. Gina, just seeing people doing it. I'm like, okay, I must can do 30 minutes. I must can get up. And when you look at how much time you spend complaining about what you want to do, instead of spending the 30 minutes actually doing it, it's probably easier to get up and do it. And you don't have to do no like I have a gym membership that I've been paying for. Nothing expensive, Planet Fitness. I haven't gone there in like 3 to 4 years. I put the membership on pause and now it's resumed, but I still haven't gone. But I got up and I'm working out in my living room. I'm getting myself motivated to get to the gym. I ordered a mat that's coming on Tuesday from Amazon, and I ordered 1 pound weights because I have the 5 pound weights. And sometimes if my elbow is hurting me, it's too heavy. So I ordered the lower weights so I can do them while I'm doing the little workout. And the mat is a thick mat because I find it's not even my age, even from before, when you have to do like the stuff on the ground, like the kneeling stuff, my knees would hurt. I need like a thicker mat to keep my kneecap from hurting, but that's just a me problem. Um but Lashes is, yeah, she's been consistent. That's the thing. And just feeling, she's a regular person. Just get back up and try again. I don't have an exercise routine, but I do exercise. Well, your lifestyle is very, very active. I need to be more intentional so I become a part of, yeah. But I think your lifestyle is so active that you can say that. I used to be active. My job was very active, so I knew I would get 10,000 steps a day, no problem. I was doing certain activities during the day, so I would really get my workout in. What I am finding though, the flexibility. I'm not talking about being a gymnast, even just like bending down and getting something. The posture that you take, it's mine's not very good. I'm not using my knees as I should because I'm trying to avoid it. So I'm using my back, and that's not good either. Going down and up, you're feeling, yeah. So when I was younger, I remember my prof would say, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. He ain't lying. You don't do these motions going up and down stairs, um, lifting things up and down stairs, reaching up, reaching down, you're going to start to get even that lock shoulder and stuff. Please exercise, but set some tangible, realistic goals for you to accomplish your goal. Don't make it like I didn't make it difficult. I get up, I put on the TV. There's a couple of workouts that I really like. She's simple. Hey, Gina. She's low key and just you do what you can. And she's very encouraging. If you got to spend a few bucks to buy some equipment for your at home fitness, then do it. I have a problem. I don't seem to get to the gym, but I'm in my house. So must have some things in my house. I got some tension bands. I got the ankle weights, which I can't find them. I had them, but I can't find where I put them. Brain bug. Me problem. So I have to find the ankle weight so that when I'm doing my little stuff around the house or even taking care of chores, I have an extra weight on my ankle to give me more resistance. Also, I'm thinking about buying those treadmill pads, not a full treadmill, but the pad. So while I'm working, I have a desk that can raise up and down. So I can do a standing motion or I can sit down. I can walk while I'm at my desk working. So I saw somebody who's doing that, but I think I might get one too. That's like $100. I'm like, okay, let me get a walking pad, whatever they call it. What about anything else you guys are thinking about for your, planning your week, your month, the ending of 2024, basically? The year is coming to a wind down. Have you accomplished what you intended to? If you fell off, are you getting back on? What about your eating and your food? I know we talk about that a lot, but what have you done in the last few weeks to really cement what you're consuming, what you're eating? Are you eating what you're growing? Are you preserving your food? Are you practicing what you're preaching? What's going on in these streets? I know some of you are driving, so you can't talk. I'm drinking my beet juice, my cabbage beet juice, but these jars, I don't know if it's this lid I bought, the special lid to kind of make it more of a drink. It's leaking like a lot. This is really getting on my skin because it's making a mess. You know, beets are purple and this makes a big mess. Okay. I am still okay. So I'm still a work in progress, but I'm doing. Oops. Hold on. I see you, Erica. 1 second. I have to make sure it's you moving because last time I let buy you up and it was a porn thing. Oh my god.
What?
It was a picture of Bayou, so I thought it was really Bayou. And then all of
Right.
a sudden some porn was on my screen. I'm like, Lord of mercy. So now I have to see if you're moving. Like, okay, is it really you or a picture of you?
Right.
That was disgusting. It was so gross.
Hey everybody. No, my goals for this, well, my goals. I do my goals starting in October. I feel like
Mhm,
my year starts on my birthday. Hey
mhm.
Gina.
That makes
So
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
You
I
went too
feel
fast, Urban. You went too fast.
Sorry. I didn't know you were. I thought you were just.
You're
Your hair
fine.
is fine. Your hair is fine.
so every year I start my new goal on my birthday. So I give myself something realistic. Like how much money do I want to save until my next birthday?
Yeah.
And what my weight goal is. Like I don't do I say, all right, I just want to lose 5 pounds within a year. Everybody be like, I want to lose 5 pounds in 3 months. But realistically, because I switch jobs all the time and I'm just all over the place, I know that's not realistic for me to do 5 pounds in 3 months because my schedule's all over the place and I don't have
Yeah.
to plan out when I'm going to work out. It's all right, I'm working out this morning. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do my jog and I may do a quick workout and then I keep it going. So I try to be mindful on my goals that I set until my next birthday. And I
Hmm.
really try to, give myself a year. And I don't say, oh, let me put it off. I got a couple of months. No, I try to knock it out. I feel like the sooner I knock it out, the next goal, I can make another goal for myself.
Yeah. Exactly. Because you don't want to fail. You don't want to put something that you
Right.
fail. It messes up your confidence.
Right.
I don't like that either.
So,
So that's what I'm doing too. I'm just trying to get healthy because I just don't want to age like some people have been aging. Some people have aged fantastic. But they put in the work. That's the thing. They
right.
put in and they prioritize these things because they know how important it is, or they work in healthcare and they see what happens to people when they don't take care of themselves. So I'm
Yep.
trying like to say, no, 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 I don't want to be like looking my age. I'm trying to look active. So, but I don't
Yeah.
want to also put a goal so high that I'm just like constantly berating myself. I don't think that's a
Yeah.
good thing to be like have yourself always feeling down. I'm like, no, no, no.
Right.
But I'm doing a little bit at a time. But you're still at work. Like I know you're running. Like you like to run. I hate running. I
Yeah.
hate running.
I love it. The only reason why I love running, I've been running since I was like maybe 6, 7 years old. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it that's my alone time. That's the
Mm-hmm.
really the only time and lately it hasn't been my alone time because Billy likes going running with me now.
Mm-hmm.
So I was that's me to think about what I'm gonna go through during the day for me to mentally prepare for everything that I have lined up for myself and understand what's realistic and what's not realistic.
And to
Sometimes,
hear your own thoughts in your head without
yeah,
anybody adding their
yeah,
2 cents. Yeah.
yeah.
Or 10 cents, whatever. Because sometimes they be added like shut the hell up. But yes.
But it's
I
hard,
like
especially
walking, but the running, I don't know. I feel like I'm just hyperventilating, so it's just like whatever. And I can hear like my joints. When when you're running, you have headphones, you can hear the boom, boom. I'm like,
yeah.
okay, I sound like an elephant. This is not. This doesn't really
No,
sound
you got to
right.
get that out of your
The
head.
boom, boom. You can hear your knee. I'm like, what the hell is happening? This doesn't sound.
You got to get that
I'm
out
not
of
a
your
runner.
head.
Yeah, I'll
I like
walk. I'll do
walking is
aerobic.
my long time.
Yeah, yeah. And I like
It's
to
a
see
mental
nature and
thing.
see the flowers and stuff.
Yeah,
Hear the birds
running is a
chirping.
mental thing. It's
Yeah.
hard to actually, even people that enjoy jogging or running, doing marathons, it's still hard for us. People don't understand. It's still you can get through your first, if you can get through your first half a mile, you're good. Because there
Hmm.
be times I try to get to my half a mile, but like fuck this shit, I'm walking off. Like it, but I have to coach myself. Like, girl, you got this. Like you've been doing this. You've been. I'm up to 3 miles, almost 4 miles at this point. And it's kind of like, what am I running for? I'm too old for this. But then I have to tell myself, like, look, my joints are getting better. I am
Hmm.
using I'm using certain things that more people don't use, and I don't have those pains. I don't have the back pains. I don't have the knee, and sometimes I get my runner's knee comes back, but that's because I'm running too much.
Yeah,
But I
maybe, but
have
yeah,
less
yeah.
pain and less, you know what I mean, and I'm more flexible.
I'm
So
finding, yeah, I'm more flex, and I like that because I'm not injuring myself with just basic day to day, like lifting
right.
or turning. Like, when you twist to move the box, I'm
Yep.
like, ow, that didn't sit right.
Why is
Yeah.
that hurting?
You know what I
But
tell myself? I tell myself that I can do it. There's people who wish they can get up and walk and wish they can get up and run or whatever,
yeah,
and they can't. So as long as my body is able, I'm gonna get this body up and move it.
right, right.
Exactly. I had to tell myself because I was being a bit unthankful. And I had to say, you know what, girl, you're being unthankful because
Mhm.
oh, I'm tired. Oh, it's dark. Oh, it's cold. Shut
Mhm.
the hell. Like,
Same.
really, people would love to get up, even wash their own
Same.
face. They can't even wash their own, brush their teeth. So I started saying, you know what, I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna be thankful while I'm
Yep.
Yeah,
doing these things
yep,
that somebody else cannot do for themselves.
Yep.
That it was a bad attitude. So I had to start to change my attitude by changing what I was saying, even to
Mhm.
myself, like complaining about this or oh, this is, no, be thankful
yeah,
Yep.
and take it one day at a time, one moment by moment, because somebody
Yep.
would love to be in my position of even
Yep.
getting up, getting dressed,
yep. I
going for a walk
agree.
by themselves. Yeah.
I agree.
But that's, yeah, I had
100%.
to, change my words because I was even saying, oh, I can't. No, you're that's the definitive of a statement.
Yeah,
I kind of
Yep.
say, I'll try or I'll see what I'm trying to make it a little bit less
Yeah.
negative.
Or I'll go until I can't go. Whatever
Right.
that time is, I'm gonna go until my body just is exhausted. Like whenever I feel like I just can't do another, I can't make another step. I can't whatever.
yeah. I
But
just
yeah,
And
had
then
to
you
tell
realize you can go
somebody.
further than you thought.
what?
I just had
Oh
to
my gosh, you're
tell
like, I finished.
somebody.
Oh my god, I was like, I finished.
Right.
And I'm
And
still
then you
breathing.
realize,
I'm like, oh my gosh.
do you feel like sometimes, Urban, after you work out, you feel like you could do some more?
Oh my good.
Mhm.
I felt that way. I'm like, it's finished already. I
Yep.
was like, damn, this is,
But
and
then I
that's
do
exactly the
more.
point. Just little chunks, just do it. And before you
Yeah.
know
Yep.
it, that 30 minutes is finished. And I'm like, I am ready to start this day. I'm ready to take on all these. Like, yeah, I'm ready for you. Pop, pop. Like, I'm
Right.
ready. I was amped up. I'm like, all right, let's get to work. I'm gonna do stuff. I wasn't tired.
Right.
I was just feeling very a more positive mindset. And I think people don't recognize how much fitness and eating healthy, your mindset. I didn't hear all
That
that
part.
negative talk in my head.
Mm-mm.
I wasn't there. They were so quiet. They couldn't be heard because the
Right.
Yep.
positive was so loud. I'm like, I
Yeah.
need to
Yep.
do this more often. Damn. And I'm cheering myself on because I'm like, I don't need a cheer squad.
Yes.
I'm myself. I can cheer myself on. That's
Yes.
Yep.
so
Yep.
I'm really enjoying. I'm like, yeah, I got up and I'm like, I don't need to tell anybody or just do it for yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the place for the first time I'm in. I'm not doing it to kind of like join up with other people and I'm motivating my own self. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
I'm motivating my
Yeah.
own self. And if nobody else is
Yep.
doing it, I'm still motivated to do it.
Yep.
And I haven't really had that experience. I'm like, but now I'm like, get up and do it. If I can't do it, if I'm not feeling well, then do it at lunch. Like you can modify your time. It's not written in
Yep.
stone, but get up
Yep.
and
Yep.
do something. You know, I think we
100%.
live life like it's a burden, and it's not a burden.
Yep.
That part. Because, like I said, the time you sit there and you think about doing it, you'd be 9 out of 10 done with your workout.
That
Mhm.
part.
By the time you sit here and say, I'm gonna get up in 10 more minutes
That part.
and stretch and do this, you could have been done with your workout.
That's what I'm saying, and it's like we talk ourselves out of it.
Exactly. I talk to myself out loud. I'm like, Gina, get up.
Mhm.
Get up. Pull this cover off of you and get out this bed. Throw that leg out.
Mhm.
Yep.
Exactly. Just let one toe under the like. Just get that one toe out to feel the cool
Right.
breeze. Okay, get up,
Feel
get up.
that cool air so you can get out.
And the funny thing is, if we had to do like walk a dog, you would have gotten up and like when you have to do something else, you would have done it.
Do it for everybody else, but do
not
it for
yourself.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, let me. And even this week I did a lot more food prep. The last 2 weeks I did more food prep because I was watching some of Gina's videos. I was watching some of who else did the meal prep? I think it was what's her channel name again? I could see her right now, Crystal. Whole New Perspective.
Yeah, Whole New Perspective. Yep.
And somebody else was doing on Instagram was doing meal preps. I'm like, I can do that. Why am I not like I used to do it all the time?
I haven't done it in a while.
I shredded the cabbage. I made the taco kit like you would buy in the store. I had all the things made up, and every day I had something ready to go to eat. So I wasn't scrambling and thinking, okay, I want McDonald's. Okay, I want this. There was no temptation because the food was already right there. There was no excuse. And I ate, and I was fine. I was full. I ate 3 tacos. I was fine. I didn't, and because it's healthy, I know what's in it.
Yeah.
I didn't feel guilty, and I didn't feel like lethargic. So that's what I did.
Yep.
So now I'm back to prepping, meal prepping for the week at least.
Yeah.
And I've been loving being able to go out and get kale out of the garden. I've been sauteing that up with rice and salmon and all kind of stuff, like just having, just being able to, even though I can't get all the things to my fall garden instead of the spring, but I still have brassicas out there. So I'm getting broccoli, I'm getting kale. And I love my kale. That purple kale, it's become my favorite.
I bought the seeds. So I'm gonna try that.
You should have told me, Urban. I could have sent you seeds for the purple kale. It's good.
I think it. Well, I love kale. Period. I love the dinosaur kale. Like I love the way it looks too. Like I think it looks like a pretty bouquet. I just love I don't know. I love the way it looks. But
I'm growing all of them.
I love it. I think simplifying my meals too. Like in my mind, I was watching too much of those food people. So it's like you have to have this rice, yellow rice with this and that and the third. I'm like, okay, simplify. Let me find some simpler meal preps that look pretty, but don't take hours for me to cook. So I found some of those people. I'm like, okay, this is more realistic. And I do the nice stuff on the weekends. I'm not going to do that in the week. So that's too much work.
It is. And if you're somebody who cooks, like I like to cook, like I know for you, Urban, some of your more Caribbean dishes, they do take a lot of ingredients to get the spices and everything that you want for it. But like most dishes don't take more than 5 or 6 ingredients. Like if I'm watching somebody's content and they have a recipe and they're doing too much, I'd be like, click. Like you doing too much. It don't take that much. And first of all, why are you making people go out and buy all these special ingredients for you to make it look like you're doing this gourmet thing? It ain't gonna even taste that good when it gets done.
No.
So
that too, it doesn't taste good. It tastes too like it's too, and the flavors are not melded together. It's just
they're
not mixing.
They doing too much. So even when I do my prep, even if it's a recipe, you'll notice I literally do those recipes the way I cook. I don't have time for all that extra stuff. I'm gonna figure out the way to make it happen without having to go buy some special ingredient that I never cook with and I'm never going to cook with again. No.
That exactly. You're never going to cook with again because you don't use that ingredient.
Exactly.
Yeah. And for analytic, I actually looked up Chick-fil-A's menu so I could replicate some of the dishes. So then I won't have to be tempted. I don't eat from there anyways, but other places, like, and just figure out,
Yep.
why do I like what they're doing? And it's
Yep.
usually the sauces. It's usually
Yep.
the sauce that they have that you can't readily get why I like their food.
Yep.
That's me, Urban. Like
Mhm.
I can have a plain regular meal, white rice and chicken breast, but it's the sauce to me.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
if I make a good sauce, it just changes the whole meal.
Like, you Latin
It
people did
does.
not tell me about the cilantro lime sauce. You know about that?
Oh, that's
What?
I never knew. I had salsa, I had guacamole, but nobody told me about the sauce. Now I'm
yes.
like squeezing it on everything.
That's
On
been
top of
around for a
burritos,
long time.
ground beef, taco bowls. I'm like, what?
But you know what? There's a lot of people who don't like cilantro. I love cilantro.
Oh,
I
I
love that
love
cilantro
cilantro.
lime dressing. Mhm.
Oh, I love
I
it.
love
I
it.
really don't like cilantro, so but I blend it down or I
And you
dry
don't,
Yes.
it out.
yeah, and you don't taste it as much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
But I
but
was
yeah.
I
like,
like it though.
damn. And I actually squeeze lime on it every time I make a taco now. Before I wasn't doing
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
I actually cut the lime and I'm like, this makes a whole other flavor. I'm like, this is what I've been
Yep.
missing.
Yep.
Add raisins? No, thank you. No,
Joe Biden, you and this raisins.
he is not invited to
He's
the
so
cookout.
silly.
I'm telling you,
But-
he
so
ain't coming to
silly.
the. You know what?
And I think somebody
That's-
did add raisins to something one time. I'm like, what? And I was just picking them out. Like, who does that? I
Right.
sat there picking
I'm
up damn
making
raisins.
everything. I'm making a special raisin dish just for Joe Biden when I first meet him. I'm bringing it.
And put
You
some
should
prunes
make
in there
it
too. Since he likes dried
Yes.
fruit. Give him some
Yes.
prunes.
They eat out here like a great raisin salad. And I was like, what is a great raisin salad? It's just grapes,
It's
raisins,
great.
and salad.
Because raisins ain't nothing but grapes. So stop
I
playing with me now.
know. That's what I was confused about. But they was like, you add yogurt and honey.
What?
I was like, that
Oh,
sounds
so
They
like
I
doing
would
too
eat-
much.
Yeah, that's doing too much. Why don't you just eat the damn
Do it.
grapes? Just
Eat the grapes.
So,
Eat the
I'm not
grapes,
doing all that.
anime.
I'm not doing all that. The most I'll do is I do put raisins sometimes on like a kale salad or the dried cranberries.
Yeah.
Salad, like how
Occasionally,
Yeah, I'll put
with
raisins
some-
on a salad, not
Yeah.
a potato
Some
salad, like a
cranberries,
regular
No,
green
no.
leafy salad.
Yep, feta. I'm gonna
Yep.
try goat cheese again. I don't think I liked it, but I'm gonna try
Oh,
it again.
goat cheese. Good. I like
I
that.
Yeah.
like goat cheese.
I think I liked it, but I think I'm mixing it up with cod. I think I'm
I
mixing
don't
it
like
up in my mind.
cottage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't
But
do
I have
cottage.
found a way, because one thing about cottage cheese that I do like is the protein factor of it. So I
Yeah.
found a way that I can palate it, but I've cut back on dairy like crazy. So I really don't do too much dairy. But if you blend it and smooth it out instead of having the curds, I can deal with it more then, because it's a texture thing for me.
Yeah, I don't think I like it looks
I
like
don't like the curds.
this
You
man
can
turned
blend
me
it.
off of it because of what he compared it to, and I'm like, oh god.
Oh no.
I don't want to know.
Oh, forget it.
I'm like,
Oh no. I used to like cottage cheese when I was younger with my fruit, like with cantaloupe,
yeah, I
and
heard this with fruit.
pineapple, but I can't do it now. I can't do it now.
I'm trying
I
to
can
find
only do it if I blend it.
plant-based comparison to cottage cheese. Like, I don't know if the coconut curd works as good. Like, I'm not sure.
I don't
And
know.
you're right. Like the dairy with me and the dairy, just not really. I don't desire the dairy
Same.
except for cheese. I
Yeah.
can't take the cheese. I love cheese, but everything else, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't-
I was never a milk
Yeah.
person. Never.
Me
Not
neither.
really. Not
Never.
really.
And even ice cream, I like ice cream and it tears my stomach up. So I just don't even bother with. I've cut back. I really haven't had dairy at all for a couple weeks now. I'm
Mhm.
seeing how long I could go without
Yeah.
dairy, because I'm like you, urban cheese is that one.
That one
That's
thing.
the one
yeah.
dairy. And
I'm not giving it up.
cheese. I like the good stuff. Like I like cheese. Don't
Mhm.
give me that processed stuff. Give me cheese. But
Right.
I haven't had it.
I like the real
have
cheese.
found
Yeah.
it tomorrow. I'm doing okay. I'm all right, y'all.
You'll actually feel better once you find the replacements. I know
do.
they have like ice cream that's not, made
Yeah.
from milk and
Yeah.
sorbets and stuff. You'll be fine.
Yep, I like sorbet. I like those type of things. So yeah, and I don't even eat ice. Even when I ate ice cream, I didn't eat it often. So
No. And when your stomach is bubbling, it's like, nah, man. It's just not working anymore. You literally hear
Child,
it's like, okay, uh-oh. Where's
look,
I had
You
to.
looking around like paranoid.
I was watching White Side Tactical. I'm gonna blame them for this. So they're talking about.
They
They're
did.
talking about. I can't remember. I think it was blood pressure because I was in the chat and I was leaving the store and I was, interacting, but I'm driving home, and he's talking about magnesium and said, "Oh, sometimes it gives you bubble guts." As soon as he said it, I felt the bubbles. I had to call a friend and say, "Open your door now. I don't have time to get home. Open the door. I don't have time to take off my shoes." So she opened the other side door and had the basement. I'm like, I don't have time. I'm going to park the car, leave it running. You have to come out and turn it off for me. I have no time.
I've been there.
And
I have been there.
And had to flip and then blam. And I'm like, oh my God. It would have been a horrible scene. Horrible scene.
I've been there.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ted.
I
I was like,
all the way to this.
the magnesium. I think it was the mag. He said something that you take can actually, if it's not balanced, it will give you bubble guts.
Yes.
Oh, I had the. Yep. Hey, bud files. You walked in at the wrong time.
I remember one time we was it's like the first time me and Billy went for breakfast or whatever, and I told him, so I do my like a turkey, egg, and cheese, and that's the only way I fry a banana, like a regular banana, regular yellow banana. And to make it even sweeter, right? So I told Billy, like, look, everybody's, I love rum raisin ice cream.
I love it. I know. And so I'm like, ooh, I love it. Virginia, here I come.
Right.
And grape nuts.
So I was telling him, like, everybody's stomach is not set up for this. We're not going to eat it till we get home. Nah, it's good. It's good. It's good. Boy, I never seen Billy drive so fast in my life.
Oh, my goodness. And that's the day everyone wants to drive slow and stop at every. I'm like, I was
in and out of traffic. Every traffic light seemed to be red.
And don't pass the gas because that's it. It's over. Don't you're trying to hold it all in because it's like if you even do it, that's it. Don't cough, don't sneeze, nothing. Don't shift. Just stay exactly where you're positioned because that's it. Gonna go left.
In there.
And I'm like, damn. Hey, Howie. happened to everybody. I think I had to run into the nursing home to you. I'm telling you, this ain't no joke. People think this. You have to have friends all around just in case to say, listen, if I need to pull over and, because I want to go to the public washroom, you want to, go somewhere you're comfortable. And it's like, yeah, man. She just laughed. She's like, I go open the door. I have no time to say good morning, good evening. Open the door.
Yeah.
Right.
And I flung off, ran in there and just slammed the door and it's like, I'll see you when I'm finished. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Don't ask if I'm okay. Just quiet. Just need some quiet.
That part.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was during their live because that's how I remember it. I'm like, I was watching them talking about blood pressure or whatever. And it's like, yep, blame you for this.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, so I'm working on that. But the food definitely is a big. And someone mentioned Swiss chard. Yeah, I love Swiss chard.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of it too. It's good.
It's so durable. It lasts in the fridge. It lasts outside. It's
outside and it's doing great.
Wait, how do you guys make your Swiss chard? Because I don't know how to make it.
I eat it like a raw and cooked.
I just saute with garlic and butter or olive oil.
Just like you would do spinach.
Yeah,
just like you do spinach.
Just wilt it slightly and then that's it. And I sometimes put onions in it too, or I want to make it a little more and tomatoes. But yeah, however you like your
it literally cooks down the thing.
Yeah, okay. Cooks in a matter of moments. It doesn't take long to.
I add it into like breakfast scrambles because y'all know I like to do like I don't really eat breakfast to be quite honest. But if I have people like when Lydia was here, I would do the breakfast scramble and I just do the veggies and I always do like I like the color of the scramble, so it has to have like the different vegetables in it. But I always would do either Swiss chard or the kale. And when she comes this time, I have so much Swiss chard out there. She's probably gonna have that in it because I have a lot out there.
and a bit of cheese on the egg scramble, and I'm good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to have the cheese. I
Yep.
love cheese. Yeah, I eat it raw too. I eat it in a salad or
Me
coleslaw.
too. I
Yeah.
eat it both ways. I
I
eat it raw. I'll cut it up like salad greens and
hmm
have it
hmm
in my salad. I eat it raw and cooked.
Yep,
It's
smoothies as
good.
well. I put them in smoothies with or kale, whatever I have. I just use it. Yeah.
I was gonna say I do that. I do it the same way I do kale. Sometimes I eat kale,
hmm
fresh, raw, and then sometimes I cook it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I put it in a smoothie. It's
I have
versatile.
to go back to doing my smoothies. So Urban, I'm in another job. I just, I went to this job for 3 days. I survived for
hmm
3 days. And then I was just like, look, we're gonna have to part ways and start this other job. So I'm back with UPS. So I have to go back. Urban, why
You
is
don't.
your face like that?
You don't tell me you don't like the people. You didn't like the job. You didn't like.
No, I enjoyed the job. I did first things first. So it's a government building, but nobody knows who does what. It was just so overrated there. I mean, the job was good. I really, really liked the job.
Yeah, I
But
gotta go get my nails done. She just looked out here at me.
All right, take
all
care,
right.
Gina.
See you later. But it was just that nobody knew who did what. So a simple question was just like, I don't know. So they was forwarding simple questions to the police department, and I just didn't understand.
Because they don't
I
know what they're
just,
doing. Yeah, they're
yeah, like
incompetent. Yeah,
I was just like, what do we do? And then I learned a lot. I learned a lot about my town now in 3 days. I was
that's
like,
good.
oh, so
You're not into the politics. You're not into the You haven't built a tolerance for it because
right,
the office politics or the foolishness of people and just pretending that you're and get your check and leave. You're not used to that, so
yeah.
you just pack it up and leave.
I just packed it up. I was
The
like,
rest of us have to just like suck it up because like we're not hopping around anymore. We got
yeah,
we don't want to be hopping around and meeting new people every single time. Like yeah, there's
yeah,
people in every job. They don't know what they're doing. And you're like, why are you getting paid? We had a whole meeting about dragging and dropping. This guy didn't know how to drag and drop into the freaking thing to upload the file. The whole thing. And then his English is not that good either. And it was like, oh my God.
no, this is ridiculous.
Drag it and drop it. Drag
Right.
the file from the file and drop it. Then click upload. Then it's up. But why do I have to click up? Oh my God. This man.
That's
I
like
mean,
this lady. All you got to do is push enter. Why are you pushing F5? Who told you to push F5? We said enter. Enter and F5 is two
they're
different
two different
locations.
buttons.
What
I'm just
what are
like,
you doing,
yeah.
girl?
So all we do
I,
now is we text each other on our personal phone saying idiot. We're so and we're just texting each other. We're like, and the meeting's smiling, but we're like texting each other. I'm like, what a idiot. Oh my God.
right.
Eye rolling emoji, face plant emoji. That's like, oh my God. Or me upside down smiling, like, I'm turn me over, like, oh my goodness. But
Right.
that's the workforce, unfortunately. That's the reality, which is why
I
some
was
people
just
like to be entrepreneurs. They can't work with they can't do it. They just don't have can't take it.
no. But she was telling us how she has her own business. And I was like, you have to be failing. Your business cannot be successful. And I hate to be negative towards other people, but
Mhm.
if you don't know the difference between enter and F5, I don't understand how you're doing bookkeeping on your business.
Because
Like,
she hires this is the thing about people. Dumb people are successful because
right,
they will take the risk. They're not afraid to take risk. Then they'll hire the people who have the skills to work for them. And people
right,
who have the skills who should be running their own companies sometimes don't want to. They don't want to have the pressure. So
right,
they'll stay an employee. So that's the thing. It's who is fearless and who is fearful. And usually the people who are not as savvy are fearless and they'll launch out, open a business, they'll get clients. Yeah. So you'll be
right.
surprised. They're actually not failing. Someone's doing the work for them.
And I just be like, girl, what is going on?
I know. How can you be this dumb? Are you really this dumb?
That
Yeah.
I'm
And then you
telling you,
can't be mean because like you might need their help one day in the future. So you gotta be
it
nice.
was. But the funny part was is that I've been there. I told y'all I was only there for 3 days, and they had me training. I was like, I don't get paid for this. How am I training somebody after
You
3?
should have stayed. You would have been a manager in 2 more weeks. You would have been a director, director of finance. You'd have been the director. Like, why did you should have stayed?
I was like, what? No,
Yep.
I don't get paid for this. No. 3
Welcome
days
to the
in?
real
No,
world.
I'm good.
That's how it is. That's why I'm now getting up. I work out, get my mind right, eat properly. So when I have to be in these meetings, it was a meeting about something else, but he took over the whole meeting about why do I have to drive? Anyway, I better not mock people who don't speak proper English. But anyways, it was so annoying. And then he talks and he claps his lips every time he talks. So when you're
So he got a clip.
when you're in person, it doesn't bother you. But when you're all virtual, like it's clapping. Like, can you stop flipping clapping your lip? I'm like, I had to turn the volume down to 0. I was gonna cuss. And my friend goes, Diana, she could see, don't do it. Then one day I lost it and I said in the meeting, I said, didn't we discuss this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of last week? The same question? The manager's like, yes, we did. So why are we allowing the people to ask the same questions? Like they weren't in the same meeting, getting the same. Like, I don't get it. We discussed this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
I don't have
Now we're here on Monday, and the same girl's asking the same dumb question.
See, I don't have patience.
You're trying my patience, lady.
I think that's why I've been moving jobs around a lot lately.
Yeah.
Like I was never like this. I'm the type of person, if I like a job, I'm gonna stick through it, whatever. But lately, my patience for people has been real thin. Like it was something. All right, so it's the city hall, right? In most city halls or town halls, you can go there, get your birth certificate. I feel like they should be the place where you go to and get all your town information.
Yeah, but they're I was watching the chat. They're just funny.
Right.
Yeah,
they
it's
are
annoying.
cracking
It's annoying.
up.
It's mega annoying.
It's
mega annoying.
But our town hall, they Google information that we should know. And I'd be like, we're the town hall, we're the city hall. We should have all this information. But nobody knows what department they work. No, and it's only 5 offices. And I was like, there's fucking 8 people in here, y'all.
They need to revamp it. They need like a new director to revamp everything. And
right.
But that's what happens you're in a small town. That's what happens in small towns.
Girl.
This is exactly this is like Jamaica. You go there and ask for a paper clip, and you have to go through 5 people to get one paper clip. And then they have to inventory the paper clip, why you need the paper clip, and then everything's manual, not typing. It's all pen and paper, and they're writing down. And I'm still looking at it like, are you serious? Yeah, I have to fill out the form to document. Document what? Because I know when I come back, the paper's going to be burnt or missing. Like I've been down this road. Like this is exactly small town foolishness. This is what happens. Yep. But you should have stayed. You would have been a director in 2 more weeks. You've been running the whole town.
You're right. But oh my God.
Go back and see if they'll take you back.
They're going to take me back because they didn't want me to go.
Say I had stress. I had a stress day. I had to take a stress leave. I was feeling overwhelmed. Just come right back.
I was like, this don't make
those kind of jobs give you more free time.
They do. Honestly.
You're just chilling. Literally, you just chilling.
Yeah, I was.
So then go on your Amazon, get your store set up, and get your sales and your automatic deliveries, and click, and run your own business while you're working for the city.
That's true.
What everybody else is doing.
Right.
That's what everybody else is doing. One guy had his own plumbing. I'm telling you, that's what they do. One guy I know at work is a real estate agent. And every time he took leave, he was going to go finish a deal. That's what he was doing. I need to take a longer lunch today. Gonna go close a deal. That's what he does. He's only here for the benefits, he said. So his kids and stuff will have medical benefits. Other than that, he don't give a crap.
That's like me and UPS. See, I'm going back to UPS for the benefits. I mean, and the pay, of course, because I'm going back as a supervisor. So I was trying to work out both jobs, and that was another thing. I could have worked both jobs. But the lady that I was training,
Mhm.
and I didn't understand this. I was like, "Hey, you ain't got no kids or nothing, so you start coming in at 8 and leave at 3, and I'll just come in at 11 and leave at 4:30." This chick was like, "Oh, that's too early for me."
8 o'clock is too early.
That's what I said.
That's a standard. That's like school time.
I said, "Girl, you come in at 9:30. What are you talking about? She lived walking distance, a whole 10-minute drive." Oh no.
Welcome to the yeah. People don't have the same work ethic.
I was like, "What?"
We would fight for the early shift at 7 a.m. so that we could leave and get home, and people would have their dinner cooked and their stuff done, and you'll be finished by
Right.
4 or 5 o'clock. Your day, you're like your house is clean, your laundry's done, your dinner's like they loved it. No traffic going to or from work.
I
You
was
would
like,
fight for those shit.
I was like, "Do you have kids or something to where you have to get them to school?" Like, "No,
Mhm.
I don't have no kids." Girl, what?
Yep.
Like, I'm giving you the opportunity to come in earlier, to leave earlier. Then she had the nerve yesterday to be like, "Oh, it's Friday. Do you mind if I leave at 3?" No, chick, you could have come in at 8. No, you don't get
Exactly.
that right.
You
No,
don't get
you
that.
just
You
did
exactly.
4:30.
So they love you over there. They're like, yep, she's getting them running shit tip top shit.
Man, listen. The city manager, all he does is laugh. He
Yeah.
was just like, and I was like, "And then what do you do?" He said, "I don't know." I just looked at him. I said, "Okay. You don't know, I don't know. You just answer
We
the
don't know.
phone."
But he getting his check, so right? He's getting
Yo, his
paid.
check is nice. I was
Hmm.
like, "Don't make no sense. You're a whole
There
city
you
manager."
go. So if the person cutting the check don't care, why do you care?
Right.
And that's what I got to, and which is very jaded. It's not a good place to be, but that's what happens. If they don't care, I don't care.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do and have your side thing going. Because if it goes left, you have your side business going, and that's what's gonna sustain you. You're here for the benefits and maybe the pension if they give you a pension, and
Yep.
that's the end of it.
Yep.
That's the end of it. You make a few friends if you're lucky, but everybody else is collateral damage. You just don't
Right.
have to worry about them. Yeah,
But I
collateral
also
damage.
noticed that even supervisors, they're not even putting the effort in to keep their employees anymore. It's like
No,
supervisors are more or less like, "Oh, somebody's gonna will take your position for a lower rate." But are they gonna be as good as I am? So I feel
no,
as if
exactly.
even the workplace, the supervisors are not even trying to keep their good employees anymore. It's just like, I don't know.
When I was in another department where it was more less office but more hands-on and
Mm-hmm.
logistics, half of the supervisors were sleeping with the employees.
Well, damn.
First of all, they were just scandalous. And there was one girl, I was new to the department and nobody liked me. I wonder why. But anyways, nobody liked me. They just weren't feeling me. They weren't whatever. Because I'm not
That's
gonna kiss
me
you.
and you
I'm
though.
not gonna kiss ass. I'm not. I don't beg no friend. I'm gonna come here from it. No friend. So whether you like me or
Right.
not, I really don't care. And then, and then the girls don't like you because you're too cute. Because oh, they're looking at yeah, whatever. So anyways, this heifer who's married with children thinks she was hot shit. And I didn't like her from the time I saw her. I didn't like her because her spirit, I could just feel it. Anyways, her boss said something, and then we told her, okay, you have to do this and that and third. I don't have to do anything unless my manager tells me so. So I said to my coworker, I said, what is he, your man? I go, what is he, your man? You only talk about your man like that. You don't talk about your boss like that. He smirked because I didn't know she was sleeping with him, and he laughed the whole time because I was there like so short. He goes, everything that you say, you don't even realize that's exactly what's happening, and you pick it up so quick. So she's going on to her man. After weeks and months, he was warned, get rid of that heifer. I guess he thought in his mind, he's married, she's married. It's gonna be not a big
Not an
problem.
issue.
But she decided that she wanted to leave her husband and go take up him. And he ain't leaving his wife and his young children. And first of all, you're not even classy enough. You were gutter from the beginning, and I just got here. Anyways, she gave me
She was
pure
a
butt
fun
kiss.
time.
She gave me pure cut eye. I don't like you, and I don't care if you like me. You're a hoe. Like you, I've already categorized you. She came to work one day, and the senior manager always was never there. He always missed it. He didn't know what was going on, but once he found out, he was fired. This manager wasn't his first affair in the office. He was known for this. He was relocated to the office that I was at because of past indiscretions. So he already got in trouble, but he didn't get fired. And he did it again. So at one point, they moved her to another group under another manager, and he was relieved. Tutu should come back. Because if she wasn't reporting to him, it wouldn't have been so bad. But because she was reporting and getting her reviews and high top marks and blah, blah, and getting the best equipment, and the guys who've been there for years ain't getting, hold on. So, she came to work one day. The city manager wasn't there. And all I heard was screaming. We're at work. Why you talk to me like that? How dare you? Blah, blah. I went blah, blah, blah on the wall. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo. So he was like trying to keep her. You don't respect me. And blah, blah. And she scared the whole office. The whole place was hearing her see. I got up and I went blah, blah, blah on his door now. I will call security and take this hoe out. Like, I don't care. I don't like her. This is unprofessional. We are at work. If you can't keep your hold to yourself, don't bring it to the office.
Right.
Know your position. You know you're the side chick. Play your position.
That part.
I should slam the door. She come out. I said, look, thank God she didn't come to my hallway. Because I would have just, it would have been it. Ho. That's why we warned you. She's not high class. She's low grade. She can't control her emotions. She can't wait till she's out the parking lot in private to cuss him off. She had to cuss all the way that everybody could hear.
That don't make no sense.
And all the other managers were like, he's lucky that the head guy isn't here. Because they all knew that he was sleeping with this hoe. But I guess he put it on so good that she wanted to leave her husband.
I was about to say that.
I said, he put it on too good. Boy. Put it on too. You gave her the good. You should have gave her the half. Because now she's getting greedy. So I don't know what you did, but you gave her a whole scene. Then the next day, he got a delivery of a whole huge bouquet of flowers. I have never in my life sent no man no bouquet of flowers. What?
First, I don't even like flowers.
To our little crew, I said, hold on. If I'm a hoe, the only payment I pay is pum pum. Why am I spending my money now to go buy you flowers?
She had the best. She had the best thing on earth to her. To her, if I'm buying a man flowers after he put me to sleep, boy, listen here. I might make you some breakfast. I'll make you some breakfast afterwards. I'm telling you. But sending you flowers, nah.
The girl took big. So of course, when the flowers did come, we all in the card. I look at the card to go make sure, all right. But she didn't put no personal message because I said, look here, what are you gonna do? You can't fire me because I'm not the hoe. The two of you are the ones. So we're in the car. Oh, look at the card. Okay. And we're all whispering. And she, from that day, she didn't come into the office again. But from what I heard, they got caught and then he got fired. So I saw him at Costco with his wife. And I'm like,
he ain't leaving her, but he made it known
was worth it.
So at what point do you go home and tell your wife that you got fired because your girlfriend or your side piece was acting up? At what point, how do you explain this? How do you say I got fired because I got caught with the side piece?
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like,
buy me a bouquet of flowers.
And that's where he lost our respect. You don't let these hoes interfere with your paycheck. And that's the cardinal rule. You don't let it interfere with your paycheck. You're too old to be out there on the job market looking for a new job. And then you work for this company for so many years, you have to leave a blank space on your resume because they're not going to give you a reference. So what was the benefit?
Yeah.
Like, She was so if she just disgusts me looking at her. I'm like, why do you pick these trashy women? Like
Because
she
they're
was
a fun
trash.
time. Trashy
Yeah,
women are a fun time.
yes, but the fire that it
On
burns
this
you is not worth
discussion,
it, man. The third degree burns aren't worth it.
I know
You have
this
to
is
find
way
the
off
dumb
this
chick,
topic.
the dumb chicks that have no good brain. They don't know how 2 + 2. Oh, you can't come for Christmas Day. Oh, you broke your leg. Okay, then your leg's healed now. You need the dumb ones, the dumb ones. That's the ones you
So
get
I
that
had
have
this
no sense.
conversation with somebody before.
And I'm not even a man, but I have enough sense to know you pick the dumb ones. They don't have no good sense.
I'm telling you.
No, you pick the trashy one that has half a brain, is your employee, your direct subordinate.
Because they easy to tell stories to. So if you have a woman that's easy and doesn't have a full brain, it's easy to tell stories to, right? And if you
Of
have a
course.
one that's in transition, because some women or girls that go from girls to women, that's how I'm going to say by transition. You still want that fantasy, but you're just learning reality about people, right? Instead of we have to talk about women like this, but really,
She's trash. She was trash.
right?
I'm not being mean. She was trash. She
But
was loud. She was brawling. She
see,
had
that's
no
a girl to
decorum.
me. See, to me,
No,
that's a girl.
she was grown. She had a 20-year-old child. She was grown. She
I
was big
know, but
woman.
she's still girl minded. She
Oh
still
yes, for sure, girl
hasn't, you know what
minded.
I mean? She
Spend the
still
whole time
want
at work
that
spraying perfume
fantasy.
on herself. She's always spritzing with this expensive perfume.
Well, she's trying to hide her
Mm-hmm.
hoishness.
The Hodum.
Hoish, yeah, that
Yep.
Hodum. That's what it's
Hodum
called. Hodum
spirits.
scent.
Yep.
That Hodum scent. Hey,
Yep.
Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. Oh yeah, he lost his job. And he had a good gig going on because being a manager, you're more of delegation. You're not really doing all that heavy work, so it's a little easier. And there was a lot of fluff work. And he was a nice guy. We liked him. He was a gentleman. He was a nice guy. If I needed help, he would help. He was such a good dude.
See, but he knew how to treat you compared to how he treated her. He knew he couldn't play games with you, and he
No,
knew because you are a woman. So that's why I said men play on girls and women and what I call it, y'all? Some
transitionals. Yeah.
transitionals.
But
So
he's
there's
a
different.
nice man. So good personality, and we weren't like he was just a coworker. We weren't doing nothing like that, and we would
Right.
all chill and vibe. If he had something, if he was going to get food, he would ask if he want. Like he was such a nice guy. And I saw his wife at Costco, but she gave me the side eye because she probably knew he was cheating. Thought maybe I was the hoe, but I wasn't the hoe. It was the hoe was the hoe, and yeah, she didn't. You could tell like she kind of knew something wasn't off in his
Right.
behavior in general. So any chick that came by to say hi was an enemy, was an ops. So she just didn't like any woman. That's but I know how that is. I've been there, done that. I know how that feels. So I didn't judge her kind of like, yeah. When you know your husband ain't doing right, everyone's the ops.
That's true.
Everyone's the
That's
ops.
true.
And you guys gotta move accordingly.
I'm just saying. A man
yeah,
knows how to treat girls and women differently. And
that's yeah.
but us women, I feel like we more strategic than a man is. We know
Yeah,
how to play. We know how to play with men's weaknesses. Let's say that. We know
that's
how
for
to play
sure.
with their
That's for
weaknesses.
sure. Their lust, because that's what it is. They
Right.
you allure
Right.
them with your body parts, and then they get burned.
Right.
He got burned. It wasn't worth it. You can't tell me no sex is worth all of that.
But
And
the fact that she bought him flowers, boy, he was
because she made a scene and she knew that she wasn't right. And then she I guess she apologized. That was her apology. But I'm thinking, this ain't no hoe. Like, that's not hoisms. You don't spend your money as a hoe. Me and you
only
having
get
that's the payment. I don't
right.
spend my money. I don't do anything. You spend it on me. So you got this lady. You just playing all kind of games. I don't know what you're doing.
She all over the
Never
place.
in my
But
life
that's
would I
what
be a side
said.
chick and spend not even a red cent. That's the way it's supposed to work. And they don't know the rules of engagement. So they're confused.
That's why I
You're
said
seen
she's
and
in
not
a
heard.
trans section.
Yes, she should have been
She's
seen
trying to
and
be
not
a
heard,
girl. Yeah. Yeah.
and she couldn't be quiet. She should have been seen, and then she was too brazen at work. If I'm stealing with you on the side at work, we don't talk.
No. If we talk, we talk and we keeping it very professional. We're
That's
gonna keep
it.
it very professional if we
I'm not
work
in your
together.
office with the door closed having all these private meetings. I'm not going to group outings when we all went bowling and she's rubbing up and twerking and carrying on the man and and I'm like, a little bit. Anyways, I was like, she was just disgusting. You're seen and not heard. Nobody knows that you doing that. And I know some people who
That
are doing that
part.
and you would never know because they keep it on the down low. They
Ain't
don't
nobody
even,
else's business.
nobody has to know. And if people be
Nobody.
seeing and knowing what you're doing, and I got there in 5 minutes, I could tell that was, your man, that means you're too obvious with it.
That part.
Too obvious. You don't, and that's back to the title, winning strategies. That's not winning. He lost.
That's
He
not.
lost.
He
He lost.
won. Well, he won and he lost because he lost his damn paycheck because he couldn't keep his
Yeah.
hoe in check.
You first rule, cheating 101. Not like I know, but if you're gonna do it, you don't cheat with people at the workplace. You try to keep it out of the workplace. If it's in the workplace, a different department, different shift, nothing that you're gonna overlap and entangle. You know how many times I've been on when I was in customer service and somebody would call the call center line to ask to speak to so and so, and you transfer the call, but then you would eavesdrop for a few minutes before you actually
I do
transfer
that
the
all
call.
the time.
Allegedly, but then you kind of eavesdrop a little bit, and then I'm so and so's wife. Why do I see all these calls from you? And I'm like, Lada, juicy. I'm like, Lada, juicy. And I'm eavesdropping, and they call
You
to
can
talk
mute
to.
your phone. So I
I
used
would
to
mute.
do that. I would mute my phone and stay on the line, especially when I worked at the hotel. And they be like, when I was working at the hotel, this lady had called and she was just like, I don't understand why this hotel keeps calling my daughter. I said, well, any phone calls that comes out, they still have to come to the front desk for security reasons.
Yes.
She was just like, oh, okay. Hotel called her daughter again. And she keeps saying my daughter, but then I caught on real quick, like, nah, this is her damn husband. It's gonna be some shit. So I was like, let me get my tea together because I'm waiting for it. Boy, I transferred that call and I didn't hang up. I sat there, put that shit on mute. She was just like, so how long you gonna be there? Oh, she was just very calm about it. Boy, she came to that damn hotel and she was just like, yeah, I came to see my husband in room such and such. And I said, yeah, ma'am, I can't let you upstairs. I already knew she was on the one on the phone and I already seen the dude go upstairs with somebody else. So yeah, I can't let you go upstairs for that one. I was like, you're gonna have to wait outside. She said, oh, I'll wait patiently. Yo, she had his stuff packed nice and neat. She dropped it off right there at the hotel. And she was like, well, his little girlfriend can come get it. She was just like, because his wife, oh, she about to do her dirt. Boy, it was the saddest walk I seen a man take. When I say the little girl, and I'm gonna call her little girl, even though she was a grown-ass woman, she was loud as ever. But his wife, she was calm. She said, you
calm,
can have
cool.
them.
Let me tell you, the calm ones, dangerous.
I'm telling you.
Dangerous.
I'm telling
They will slice and dice you and leave no evidence. Don't play with it.
I'm telling you. I had to learn that. I was so quick to fly off the handle. Then I said, I'm not doing this shit no more.
I had to learn that real quick too, because then you walk around looking like a mad woman, like, oh, you're
man, looking crazy in the street.
You gotta hold that in.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hold this in because when I catch your ass, I'm gonna catch you.
And then you let them pay for it dearly.
Yeah, what?
And when they don't know what you're thinking, what you're scheming, that's the best.
And then when you start acting out, when you start just going left and not being giving them no attention. Oh, what's wrong? What did I do?
Why you plotting? Yep.
Right. Why you do what you did, and now I'm sitting here being quiet and not including you in my plan. But I'm the bad
burning because they know
good.
they're gonna pay for it. They can feel.
Oh,
You're gonna pay for this one.
That's why I always tell people, be mindful. Be mindful on how you treat me and where you talk to me. Because
Yeah,
boy,
because it's
when I
gonna
feel
come
like
back.
being wicked,
It's gonna come back.
telling you.
Don't push people's button. And they keep
Mm-mm.
poking, 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 poking. Oh, all right. The calm one. Oh
Yep.
yeah, fillet of fish, fillet mint. Yep. Don't play
Nikki
with
seemed like
people.
that type too. Nikki seemed like the type she'll sit here and take a man to dinner and then have her homegirl slice his tires and shit.
Who knows? Nikki will probably put something in the food. Never mind, and you won't never
Right.
find a trace. Never find a
Nikki be
trace of
like,
that.
don't you gotta wash your hands?
It'll
She
be
better
like
place it in his
was it
food.
not Mad Black Woman? What's that movie? Yeah, Mad Black Woman when the guy had a stroke and in the tub
Yeah.
and sinking. It'll be like that. Oh,
Nikki
you
be the
you
one
can't breathe.
recording. Oh, look at him making bubbles as he's
Yeah. Oh, you
drowning.
can't breathe. Oh, I left. But you gotta make them pay too. You gotta be petty. Gotta be petty. You gotta be petty. And he was concerned. He's like, "You're too quiet. You're not saying nothing." Mm-hmm. When it was time for talking, you weren't talking then. So
Right.
sit in
Right.
silence. Sit in the silence. That's how it is. Oh, I left. I'm not gonna make somebody put me in jail. That's not worth it.
No, I did
So
that when
he's
I was
walking
young.
free while you're in
See,
jail.
I did that when I
Yeah,
was a girl. When I was a
yeah. When
girl,
you're young,
I
you
went
have
to
to.
jail behind a dude. I did.
Yeah, not the tires. Oh no, I wouldn't slice tires, but I would take out the air. Take out the air. I
Now
wouldn't
I
slice
had a
it.
guy do that to me. I had a
Yeah,
guy slice 3 of my tires and bash my windows. I had a guy do that. Yep.
these
Hey,
men honestly are like women do stuff like that, and it's not right. Even if you have a what you think is justification, it's really
right.
not right. Hey, juicing with J and
Hey
ARD
Jay.
and Carbon, but men do it just when you break up with them. Like
That
you
part.
decided you want to end the relationship, you're not really, and they are not stable.
No.
Like kicking door, like, and even things that can't even break. They're trying to break them and they can't, and you're laughing because it's like, you can't break
What
that
is
with your
wrong
arms,
with
right?
you?
Like that's not gonna break. You're gonna need it soft, or like, and they're like blah blah and carrying on, and they're just don't know how to deal with. Women used to do when they catch you cheating, but man, you don't want to see me, no, because you're not right. Like you're just not stable, and this
Yeah.
is showing me you're not stable.
Yep.
So now you know why people ghost people and just text you like it's over because
Yep.
they can't deal with this, you know, property damage and the craziness. It's not worth it. I
Yep.
don't, these Cali in the Cali in the building.
In the
Yeah, it's
building.
just it wasn't normal.
Yeah.
That's why at work, I think every job I've been at since I was an adult, they all have now security and they don't want to let people in the building because there's been so many domestic issues. A girl didn't go home, and then all of a sudden the man come to the office looking for the woman, and then where they last, and all kind of scenes, all kind of throwing clothes in the lobby and all kind of scenes. So now, if you're not supposed to be in the building, they have, and you have the card to tap it, like they stopped because it was getting out of hand. And waiting in the parking lot to confront people. I did that one time too, mind you, but he deserved that. But still, you're young and you're dumb, you didn't know any better. But I'll kind of telling you,
Right.
fight at work because the two girls were having the same boyfriend, didn't know it was the same boyfriend, and they're fighting on the floor. Oh my goodness.
Now, I never fought over a dude. Well, no, I'm lying because this girl, she did come in my house. She came in my house to talk about a dude I wasn't even with no more.
Mm-mm.
And she wanted to I don't know, she told herself having wanted to have a sit down, a grown woman sit down. And I'm sitting here looking at her like, go ahead and bust a move in my house. I bet you're not gonna make it out. The dude outside, the dude outside, and my mom's in the kitchen, and she is just like, well, I'm so glad y'all could be grown and not fight over this man that's sitting out. Well, this boy that's sitting outside.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, she put her hands in me, or she punched me and ran outside. And she, right when she got to the door, she started screaming, and this police officer happened to just be coming by. Boy, I grabbed her by her damn shirt where it was like choking her, and I wouldn't let her outside. That police officer was banging on the door. Mom was like, she came in here.
That's
She
not fighting
started
over
the
man, though.
man.
That's not fighting over man. You were
Right,
minding your own business, and she came to start some ish. So that's like you
right.
start some, you're gonna get some. That's not fighting over a man.
And
She
he's
was fighting
standing
over the man, but you were
outside.
just minding your
Right.
business. Yeah.
Like, girl, I've been left this dude. If he still like me, that's your issue. That's not a me issue.
Not exactly. I'm a tough act to follow, right? That's just the way.
Right. You come knocking on my door, boy, best believe you throw some hands in my house. You ain't leaving.
Last time I had that experience years ago now, me and her became friends. We weren't fighting over I wasn't fighting over him. Neither was she. She's like, okay, we just had our notebooks comparing notes, dates, times, and blah 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 blah. We even drove together to confront him. We're like, okay, I'll take your car, I'll take my car. You driving over? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was like confused.
Right.
Driving together to come into the beat. We ain't fighting over you. We ain't mad at each other. We mad at you. You're the problem.
Right.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, no one's come to my house. Actually, don't have. Well, they came to the lawn, but not to my house. No.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Excuse
clear that
me.
if you start that mess, it's gonna go to the left.
Yep.
To the left. But yeah, other than that, I'm like, this is too much work. This was just too much work, investigation and tracking, and I'm like, I'm not
can't
getting
do all
paid for
that.
this. Testing the car, is the hood hot or is it cold? How long was the car sitting here?
I ain't touching
And all
nobody's
this, like,
hood.
all these evidence, like, nah. Checking the phone and forwarding the messages to my phone and putting it on the cloud to have a backup to the backup to the back. Then he's like, you're gathering too much evidence, because he knew I was gathering evidence. Building a case. I'm building a case.
Right. That's what we do.
Who is so and so? Okay, let's call her. No, yeah, let's call so and so. Since we're gonna have conversations, let's have an open let's have a transparent conversation.
Let's enjoy the corporate.
Now I'm like, what time for all that? What time? Like, I ain't building no case. You got to leave.
I'm telling
Has
you.
to go.
I never had patience for that. I never had patience.
No.
No.
Has to go. What does the cage bird sing, right? That's the book. Now we know why.
Right.
Go do your thing. Leave me alone. Keep me out of it. Keep me out of this mess. I got a call when my marriage was over, finished. I get a call. It's a weird call, private number. Don't answer private calls, but I answered it this time because I thought maybe it was a family member who forgot to put their phone on the number to display.
Right.
Oh, whose number is this? You calling me? Well, whose number is this? You calling me? If you don't know whose number this is, then why are you calling the number?
Why are you calling my number?
Oh, well, I just need to know who the number is. Like, I'm not helping you. Helping you with your problems, okay? Because nobody helped me with my problems. Cause I knew it was the side chick now who thinks now she's number one. Now she thinks, all right, make a check phone and check phone log and who is calling. Yeah. I said, don't. I said, who is this? Well, I just need to know. I said, well, if you don't know who it is and I don't know who you are, then this phone call is finished, I think, right?
Right.
Well, yeah, you called my phone. No, I didn't. Any number I call, I know the number I'm call, and I know who I'm calling.
Right.
So my number didn't call your number, but I'm sure a phone number called mine. I'm just blah blah. Yeah, whatever. I don't play games. Who are you calling for? Which man you want to know if I talk to that man or not? Get to the point. No comment. I went click. So my coworker's like, oh, maybe it's no, it wasn't no wrong number. I don't take private calls. Any number that I call, I know who I'm calling and who calling me. I block like there's no tomorrow. So she saw my number in somebody's phone.
Yep.
Probably the ex. And then she's calling because most likely than not, he had my name now changed to like Derek. And it didn't match up with him on the calls that was calling.
The voice and the name don't match up.
Don't match. But she's so dumb. I'm like, the same gem that you pick up. Oh, I got this diamond. You'll soon find out that it's fake. That's your problem to figure out, not mine.
That part.
But the same way he was lying to me to go see you, the same way he's gonna lie to you to go see person 3. So welcome to the club. See you later. Click.
Nikki.
Didn't make no sense. Right. Buying handcuffs. Bleach. Gosh, but oh, it's too much work. Yeah, I changed my ways. Changed my ways. I'm not doing none of that no more. But I will be petty. I will do petty stuff just to make a point, but I wouldn't cause no damage. I'll put air out the tires. I'll put some,
she said,
grease on the windshield that takes a long time to take off. I'll do stuff like that. That's not gonna really cost me no money. That I have to pay back reparations for the damage that I caused. I'll do stuff like that. Yeah. I'll throw some eggs, rotten eggs. I have chicken manure. I'll throw some chicken manure. Like I'll do stuff like that, but I'm not gonna just to make a point because you pissed me off. But I'm not. I'm not gonna do. Hey, she said, it's not worth my sanity. But yep, one lady I know, her husband, and he's so brazen. So he came somewhere to see the kids perform. And I'm looking at him, it's like with disgust. Because it's like, once you know how somebody moves, you can't really pretend to be their friend anymore. I can't.
Right.
They gaslight you. The woman came home from work to her house that she pays a mortgage on and sees him and her in her bed. Then he has the audacity to say, well, I just mean we're having sex. You didn't catch me having sex with her. We were just in the bed. Why would you be in bed naked in your marital bed with this side chick when you thought she was at work still? What are you doing? Having a meeting? Are you planning the landscaping? Like, what are you doing?
So,
like,
yeah.
Oh, you didn't catch me having actual. So I had to catch you in mid-thrust to justify me assuming that you're cheating.
Yeah, you gotta catch him in thrust.
Mid-stride.
Yeah, you got, she gotta have a head down, ass up, and then that's when
then you're caught. But you both being in the bed naked, it doesn't count, right?
No, okay. No. He was giving her a back massage or something.
Yeah, they were cold. They were cold. They were hot and they got cold, and then they wanted to go cuddle up and keep warm.
Yes, they wanted body heat. They wanted body heat.
I'm thinking you couldn't just bad up and say, okay, I got caught. Oh no, you're still with the lies that make no sense to try to make you go cuckoo. And she's like, yeah. And then when he finally came clean, that they've been divorced for several years. He came clean. She goes, yeah, he confessed. Basically, there were several. Like the list that she had wasn't even half the list. Like the list was extensive. He was sleeping with everybody. Everybody at work, everybody at the gym, everybody.
Wait, and this sorry mofo couldn't bring these side chicks to the hotel. He just bringing them home. At least bring them to the hotel. Don't bring them into your home.
And that's not the first wife I've heard that from. So my clean sheet, nice clean sheets, and you think your bed is clean. You come home and you're like, what's that smell? It's not in your head. It's not in your head. You smell different perfume. You smell something different. It's not in your head. It's not in your head. These men will
use the damn same body wash I use. God damn.
That's what I'm saying. And you think, okay, you think your home is safe. You think your home is like, it's not going to come to in my house. Oh, no, it's in your house, in your bed. It's on your shower. It's on the counter. It's in your kitchen. It's all over. Could be all in your kid's room. She has 3 children and you're bringing her to my house?
Yeah. See, no. That's what guys be messing up. You can't be, no.
So his brother, who I know who's an upstanding guy, he can't even defend. He can't even defend. It's like, it's just so dirty. Like there's rules of engagement. You brought the woman and then you don't even say, I got caught. You had to keep lying and make it seem like she's the one that has a problem. So her third child, she almost lost because of all the stress he was putting her through with that pregnancy. And she was done. That was it.
See, that's the thing. When us women, when we truly, truly love a man, we go through all that, but it's me. What am I doing wrong? Then it's you finally starting to wake. Yeah, you starting to wake up, but he's just still kind of like it's you. And then then you got your homegirls in your ear, and you don't know which way to go because you still love him, but your friends are right. And then we get to this point, we're like, fuck this shit, and we either go that shit crazy,
that's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah.
Or we just
Yeah.
politely, excuse ourselves. And then when we politely excuse ourselves, that's when they start acting crazy and be like, what the fuck you doing? And want to sit here and sabotage our next relationship. And then they want to do all the extra. Mm-mm.
It didn't make no sense. And to see him now, because we were talking, there's three of us that were talking because each of us are divorced. So she's not bitter. She's like, she did the best that she could, and she tried to work it out even after like multiple issues, trying to work out the marriage because you're already in it and you have three children. She was thinking, okay, let's just try to fix it. Another lady, same thing. But she had to go because he was abusive. So she finally left when her kids told her, Mom, like, leave. When her kids
Right.
told her to leave, that's when she finally left. Because they're like, yo, like their father's not right. Why are you
Yeah.
putting yourself through this? It's not healthy. So we're all
Right.
sitting there talking, and it's like, she goes, he finally came clean, and it's like, and she's looking at him like, was it worth it? He lives alone in a basement apartment. He's has to pay child support for these children, and they have to like co-parent. So half time he's with him, half time
Right.
with her. What was the point of all this? All the pum pum that you were getting were all those women. None of
That
them
part.
wanted to be your wife. Like, it didn't make any sense. It's like, what did you get out of this?
Right.
It didn't make sense. So
Sometimes
he looks sad, and he looks sad, and what, like, I'm looking like he's a sad piece of
lost
work.
dog. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
sad
is
piece of
sad
work.
dog at this point.
But if something happened to you, let's say something happened to you, you're divorced, you didn't divorce on good terms, it wasn't a good
Right.
relationship,
Right.
and you get a call that the ex is in the hospital.
Okay.
Are you going to the hospital, or you're just saying thanks for telling me
Do
and quit?
we have kids together?
Yes, this person has about five kids together. She had two from before, but they have five kids together.
Together? Yeah. If we
So
have kids, yeah, I'm still gonna go see him, but doesn't mean like I'm going. So this gonna sound
Carmen says, yeah, she's going with a bat. I'm asking because somebody got a call, and I'm just wondering, like, would I go?
I would.
I don't
I
have kids
would.
with my ex, so I wouldn't be going. If you want to talk on your deathbed and say apologies, you could have told me that from before.
Yeah. If we
I'm
don't
not
have
going.
kids together, no, I'm not going. I'm not going if we don't have kids. I'm just not. If we have kids, I'm just being nosy. I'm honestly like, yo, how much time do we have?
Darren's
Like,
not going. He's like, nope, he's not going. He don't care.
I'm going. If we have kids, I'm going to be nosy. I'm going because I need to know if I want my kids to be around towards your end.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need to know, like, do you have somebody else that's going to help you with these arrangements? Because I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I'm going to be there at the end. Like, I don't know if I'm going to your funeral and stuff. I could send the kids and wait outside. Like, I'm
Yeah,
that
I
type
would.
of person. I'm that type of person. I just want to see how much of your timeline do I have to work with? That's
Yeah,
basically what it is.
I
Or
wouldn't
my
have
kids.
gone. I wouldn't. I don't know how. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying what she did was wrong. She went, but they have kids. But the kids are grown. But I'm thinking, could I go to the
Oh, if the
hospital?
kids are grown, if they can go on their own, oh fuck no,
Yeah,
I ain't going. No, I'm not
like,
going.
kids are grown. Like, you have grandkids now, like
No,
kids
no, I'm not
and
going.
older, like Alex's age grandkids. And this man put hands on you multiple times.
No, I'm not going. If
And
I
if I'm
go,
gonna go, I'm probably gonna go and expedite things. Like, I don't
yeah,
want to put
that's what
myself
I'm
in that
saying. If I
mindset.
go, then I don't know how the pillow fell on his face. I don't know, but
Exactly.
I
I
don't
don't want
know
to go back to
how.
that mental like place where I was when
Right,
you were doing me dirty. Like, and then you want me to
right.
feel remorse that you're not doing well. I don't know. I don't think I would go.
No, I'm not going to give you that satisfaction of you apologizing to me on your
So
deathbed.
they
I'm
went.
not.
They went, and it's like people always argue that's not the Christian thing to do. Blah 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 blah. I said my name ain't Jesus, and my last name ain't Christ. I'm not.
What?
I'm not. Like, I'm not gonna lay in the road and let you run me over with a truck and then come back and do it again and then go zig zag to make sure that I'm done. No, I'm not doing it. I let you go. I forgave you. I let you live. Why do I have to do anything else beyond that? I don't understand it. I let you live in peace. I haven't bothered you. I moved
Right.
on. I don't hold no malice, no grudge, but I don't wish to see, well, I want to see you suffer, but I don't want to see you do well either. So
That
I'm in
part.
the middle. I'm in the middle, to be honest. How are you calling me that? Oh, he had a heart attack or whatever. And like,
Did he survive? Fuck if he did. Like,
but
what?
me getting dressed and going to the hospital to do what? Like you go
I
to visit people
told
that you
you
care about, that you want to see. Like, are you
they
okay? Do you
had
need me?
they just got done mopping the hospital floor. I slipped and I apologize, everybody. He's no longer with us. Allegedly, of course.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not
But
going. I don't know. And people, and it happened in real life. I'm like, would I go? And I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. And if
it,
she ever called me for go, listen, heifer, you took on this role now. Take it all to the end. This is the role
right.
you took on. Because the time for having a mutual conversation to clear the air and to clean things up never happened. And now that you're on your bed in the hospital and that fear ticket, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Now you want to call and do what? Take care, analytic. I don't know. Then I'll do the Buddhist thing and not. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not going. And I don't
Mm.
understand how people. I don't understand when you cut people off why you're severing, like, why are you fusing it back together? If I cut you off, we're not friends, we're not cordial, nothing. Why am I being called that you had a health issue? I don't care.
Now,
I'm not calling you if I have a health issue.
so my baby father, my first child's father, believe it or not, had me as his emergency contact.
What?
Right, and we haven't spoken in years. Years. We don't speak.
Was it an
And
oversight, like he forgot to change it, or he actually
yes, and
intentionally?
that's what I called it. I was just like the hospital coming. I was like, I'm sorry. What? That's all I can say. I was like, who are we talking about?
But
So
do you love
then
your life? You actually put me down to make decisions, and you know
I
I don't
was
like you.
like, what? And I was just like, I'm confused because he's married. Like he's
Oh,
married. So
oh,
I
Lord.
was like, I'm confused. I was like, this
That's a
gotta be a
strong
over.
message.
Right. So I was like, this is an over thing. No, he was just like, no,
He
I
intentionally kept you.
purposely had. I was like, dude, we don't even talk. And he said, I know you know how to do the right thing by me,
You won't let him die, basically.
but I
So he don't
would
trust his wife.
though.
No, you wouldn't. You would want to, but you wouldn't. Because you and I wouldn't want it on our conscience. Conscience.
Right.
We
But I
wouldn't.
was like,
Now, if
what?
somebody was killing you, would I watch them do it? Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't stop it. But if the choice is mine and it's gonna be on my conscience, and I'm gonna say, okay, let him,
Right.
but that is scary.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
was
married to somebody that you sleep with, you wake up with, and you don't trust her. You have Erica as your
me
emergency
out of
contact.
all people, me. I wouldn't have me as my emergency contact, yo. I would.
Like you don't have your mother, your sister, your best homeboy. You don't have nobody else you could put on there.
That's what I said. I said, let me call your sister.
I hope
Nothing
I'm
happened
not
to her,
on any
Carvin.
documents for the
Nothing.
ex. I hope
She
I'm not
was
on any
there.
documents for the ex, because I will relinquish anything to the hospital to do what they want to do.
I
Don't
was
involve me.
like, what? Even
Don't
when his
involve me.
mom passed away, and he was in the hospital with her, and he called me and I said, hey, what you want to speak to your son? Like, you have your son's phone number, but you still calling me. Like, I didn't understand. And he was like, mom's taking her last breath. And I was still a little confused, like, we don't talk.
Yeah, but he feels there's a connection there. But
Right.
we
And
don't feel it. I don't feel it. You don't feel it, but they seem to feel this little.
right. So I said, okay, I stay on the phone with you because, this is his mom.
Yeah, of
Then
course.
afterwards, he leaves the hospital. I was like, hey, won't you step outside? Now, Erica and me just comes back out. Like, dude, you haven't spoken to your mom, because me and his mom was really, really close. And I was like, you haven't spoken to your mom, and now you're sitting here on her deathbed crying. Like, Make this shit make sense.
That's how I am too. And my friends go, "You're cold." I'm like, "But why are you
That's
crying?
not
If you really cared, you would have been there, present, not
right.
crying from guilt."
And then he was just like, "Well, when you find out here to help with the funeral arrangements."
What? I ain't your wife.
I was like, "Where's your wife?" Oh, I didn't even call her yet. She doesn't know any. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
And
I
then men
was
wonder why there's problems because you would have gone there if you didn't have no sense to go help, and then there would have been a fight with you and the wife because she's like, "How dare you be
right,
coming over
but
here?"
he didn't want his wife to go.
How
He
do you not
didn't
want to go to the mother-in-law's funeral?
listen. She didn't know until he went back home.
And
She
this is what
didn't know until he went back
this
home.
is why I'm confused because
That
it
part.
makes sense to me now that I've lived it, but it didn't make no sense how they move. They can marry somebody else, but they're still trying to talk to you. But you
Yeah.
didn't put no effort into fixing what was the problem in the first place. But you still think you're gonna have access? No,
That's my
go your
thing.
wife.
It's the
It's
to
not the
me, you are the
same. It's not the
same.
same. It's not the same. Well,
That
you made
part.
the choice. You made the choice because now I can't. We can't be friends. Never mind if it wasn't her or not. We would never be friends. But how can I involve myself with you as your ex? That's going to cause a problem with your current situation. So either way, you shouldn't be bringing somebody around that's going to cause a conflict. But it's not. It's you're my. Oh my God, I'm like you mental. These men are really.
I'm
They don't
telling you.
think the plan through. They didn't think the whole plan through before they proceeded with their plan. And now that things are in shambles, like don't put me on no documents. Don't unless it's going to be
No,
to inherit your house, then I have no problem with that part. But don't put me on any other for making decisions for nothing.
I'm gonna be honest. Now that my oldest son is legal, he's my emergency contact and everything. Billy,
Hmm.
not saying that I don't trust Billy. I don't love Billy, but me and Billy are so emotionally. Well, Billy is very emotionally attached to me, right?
Hmm.
So
He probably won't make the right. You're saying he can't
he's
make certain
not gonna
decisions.
make the right
Yeah.
decisions. He's not. And my son knows what I want, and my son will follow through on it. Not saying
Mhm.
that my son doesn't know me, but my son will respect my wishes too much.
Yes, I know what you mean. He respects your
Billy,
wishes.
on
Yeah.
the other hand, would be selfish and try to prolong my lifespan when they don't need to be. Shit, if I can't wipe my face and I'm totally like on my deathbed, let me go. Let me go in peace. Because that's probably the only peace I'm gonna get. Because I ain't getting shit in this
Honestly, and
house.
you're not lying because now that I've been through it, it's like, yeah, we should have just let people go because
Yeah,
yeah, the hospital did wrong, this person did wrong, they made mistake, but in the end, who's suffering? Like, let them go,
right.
and that's yeah, because it's just too much. Let them suffer, and they can't communicate, which is what happened. It's like I let my mom go, but I said, God, you have to take her because I'm not going to say unplug. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
See?
So take her out of your care and into eternity, but don't let me have to decide because that's on my no, I'm not doing it. And
So
he took
you
her.
think that would be on your conscience if you had to do it? Because see, I don't think that would be on my conscience because of the simple fact that I want them to rest
I hear what
well.
you're saying, but I couldn't do it. It's a say it was equivalent to me taking my cat to the vet and putting them to sleep. I'm
Right.
treating my mom like an animal. I
Yeah.
couldn't do
I
it.
see.
I couldn't do
I see
it.
what you're saying.
I said, I understand, like, I don't want her to suffer. No, she's not. I said, God, you have to take her. If she's
Yeah.
let her heart stop on its own. And we took her off the machine in terms of they weren't prolonging it and they weren't going to revive her. But I
Right.
said, if you this is what you just want her to leave, let her go. Don't let me have to decide. Okay,
On what it is.
no.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
did say don't like chest
The
compressions, don't
DNR.
do nothing
Yeah.
else.
No
But
DNR.
you have to take her because I did not want that on my conscience. I
Yeah.
don't I don't think people understand you have to live with that.
Yeah.
I can say it to you, yeah, 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 I'm gonna do it. But then when you're in there, you're like, oh my God, couldn't do it. And we all agree we couldn't do it. I said, no, we're not. I'm not putting my mom down like a dog. I'm not doing it. I
Yeah.
put animals down, but that's not the same as your mother. So
Right.
if your
Right.
son knows what you want and he's kind of he knows that's what you wanted, it's different. But I did not. We didn't discuss that level
That
of.
part.
We thought, okay, if they're gonna die, they're gonna die. We didn't know it was gonna be like prolonged. So now that
Right.
we know, my dad kind of straight up, I'm not doing chest compressions on my dad. Like they were crack. I heard ribs cracking, like
Yeah. That's the only
toothpicks.
way you know you're doing it right.
And then she, at her age, like no, 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 no. I said we're not doing that. We know now. I know from experience. But if you
Yeah.
haven't been through it, it's kind of hard to say. But do not, no, let them
Yeah.
tell you what they want so you can follow their request
Yeah.
versus me deciding what she may
Right.
would have. No, no, no.
Yeah.
That was too much. That was so
And
you did the right thing. Tell your kids what you want under the different scenarios,
yep.
and they won't feel any guilt because
Right.
that guilt. Mm-mm.
Right.
I said no, son, we're not doing it. And my friend didn't do it either. I said no, we're not doing it because the guilt. They don't tell you about the guilt. They don't tell you because they don't care. That's their job. They kill people all the time. Oh, you didn't make
Yeah.
it. Oh, unplug. Oh, no. That's what they do for a living. There's no
Yep.
attachment to their patient. Like it's like, oh, another person. Okay, 4 o'clock. Okay, boom. Next, bed's open. Okay, next. That's how it is.
And it's crazy because I worked in the medical field, and you can't attach it, and you do at times attach yourself to these patients. There's
Yes,
a few
you have your
patients.
favorites. You have your,
Yep. Yep. I worked in a nursing home. I worked in a nursing home, and me and this old lady, we used to argue all the time. All the time. All we did was argue. And they was just like, and they put me on her floor, and they was like, look, she leaving. She on her way out the door. So I was in there, and I went to go check on her. She was cold. I was like, oh shit, she died. And I'm sitting there like, all right, I'm gonna start cleaning her up. Started cleaning. They called, you gotta go through your protocols. So nurse came in there, announced the dead. We calling the coroner. We called the family. We did everything. This lady was dead. She was dead, y'all. I promise y'all.
Well, they
She
called it
was
right. They
dead.
called it.
They called it. We timed it. We did everything. Went to lunch. Everything. Came back. Cleaned up this damn lady. This lady took a deep breath, grabbed my arm, was like, "Hey, Erica, what I tell you, I ran out this fucking room." And it seemed like no matter how fast I ran, this lady was walking fast enough to still
To
be
keep up
behind
with
me,
you.
like it was scary movie type of thing. I swear to God, I quit. I was like, "Fuck!"
First of all, that nurse is garbage. Because how do you call somebody and then she's still alive?
I'm
Okay.
telling you, she was dead. Like she was dead. Like I went to lunch, this bitch wasn't breathing, no nothing. Nothing. Cleaned her up and everything, getting ready for the family to see them. Yo, they took her to the hospital. Her vitals is fine and everything. I'm telling you, we called it and everything. They sent her back and she died again. Nah, I was like, nope, that's it. I'm clocking out. I'm leaving. There's no way I'm coming back. It was no way I was going back. Once she was in that building, I was not going back. I was like, no, 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 no.
She was tormenting you. She's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna show her.
Right. I was like, who called her? Who timed her? Who did, like, man, I was flipping out. Like, no,
I've never
boy.
seen that. Like, that's crazy.
No, I'm telling you. I was like, who did this? Where did you go? Who did you visit? And then felt like it wasn't your time, so you came back to
It came
life.
right back.
No, we don't do that around
I have
here.
my lunch now. This is time travel.
Yo, I was done. I was done. I was like, yep, that's it. Don't
Headed my
worry
career
about
right.
mail
Your
me
career
my
right.
damn check. That's what I told him. I'm not coming to get it. I'm just letting you know why she here. And then it was like 3 days later, she finally did die. But they didn't know how to call it. So they shipped her ass out and made the hospital call it. But yeah, that was the scariest thing I ever went through. I was like, this is a whole movie.
That is crazy.
It was
I'm
a
sure
whole
she's
movie.
gone by now, right? She's actually gone now. Hopefully,
She's gone. Yeah, she died 3 days later. We refused to call it, so they shipped it to the hospital because we didn't want to call the family again. So we was like, pack this shit up. We called the hospital. We told her that she was choking or whatever lie came up with, and then they pronounced it at the hospital. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it.
Not your problem. Yeah, not your
Yep, not my problem. No,
Oh my
son,
goodness.
I'm
And
telling you, we
I used to
called
volunteer at
it.
the old age home too. And you have your favorites, but every time like too many funerals. Like that's
Yeah,
not a job that's like every week there's a funeral. There's
yeah,
oh because hello, you're working with seniors.
yep,
And then the one favorite that I think his name was Harry. He's always played the harmonica. And he had an accent, but I didn't know what the accent was. And when his family came, that's when we heard he was Jamaican. He was a white Jamaican. That's why he was always so attached to us because
right,
but I couldn't. He didn't speak very well, and he was very weak and stuff. But he would play the
right.
harmonica and he would, whatever, and hype up, and he would eat our food. But we didn't. I didn't realize he was Jamaican. That's why he loved when we came and did programs and stuff because he was the only Jamaican,
Thinking,
white Jamaican. So there was a lot of other Caribbean people, but not Jamaican. So I'm like, this. And then he died. I'm like, oh, not another funeral again. I'm like, oh my God. I got tired of funerals. I had to
right,
I haven't been back there in a long, long time, over 10 years now.
yeah.
Every
I
week there
used
was some
to.
funeral. And I
Mm-mm.
said, this is what it is. Like, yeah, it's a hard job because it's like you're constantly having memorial services like all the time.
All the time.
So I'm like, yeah, I gotta go.
Mm. Yeah,
This is too sad because they're you get attached to them. You have your little favorites, you have your little card game, you're having and then all of a sudden, oh, so and so's not here anymore. So and so's not
yep.
here. What happened? Oh, they're not coming
It
back.
right. We used to have this one guy that used to sit in the hallway every time a patient died. He'd be like, "Ooh, another one bit the dust," and he used to sing the whole song. I'm like, "Yo, you mad rude," but I got it. He's just like, shit, he going out like numbers at this point. I'm like,
And you
goodness.
want to see fights at the old age home? They would fight all the time,
Oh yeah,
rolling with their walker to each other and trying to swing in slow motion. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Throwing their tray, and I'm like, this is you guys are savages
Um,
fighting
and
each other.
don't let them be in a relationship with somebody else, and then their family members want you to separate them. But we in a whole nursing home. Like, what are you talking
Yep,
about? Let
yep.
them get in where they can get it.
Oh yeah, they were getting it in,
Yeah,
and the nurses would hate it because they had to clean up all the spillage. I'm like, yo,
yeah.
man, what is going on in these places? Like, I thought it would be different. Oh no,
Oh no.
they're
I
grimy.
think you get to a certain age where you just don't care. You just like say something and we just fight in at this point because what do we got to lose now? We
They
might as
don't
well
care.
just eat. They say whatever the hell they want to
They
say. They
want,
do whatever the hell they
yep.
want to do.
Like,
You
what
know
you
how
gonna do?
many
What you gonna
patients
do?
I had to ask for them to leave another patient's room and they be like, "Oh, we just rubbing on each other." That used to I used to fall out on that one. You what? Oh, we just rubbing on each other.
Yep.
We can't
And then
do
when the man
nothing.
is having other girlfriends on the floor, oh Lord, they be fighting over who gets time with Harry and who just you had him yesterday. It's my turn.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is happening? Golden
yeah,
Girls got wild. This
yeah.
is crazy. Fighting over
Don't let
Harry.
it be the code word. Oh, you coming for some drinks? You
Yep.
know what them drinks were.
Mhm. You got some Vicks Vapor Rub?
Yeah.
You know I need the Vicks Vapor Rub. I'm like, this is worse than high school. This is worse. But it's all in slow motion because they can't run so fast. And they're like, I'm like, yep, bunch of perverts. These old people, they're
Oh
bad.
my
I
god.
didn't know there was so much stuff going on. Like they have more sex than young people.
Yeah, they do.
Literally,
Do
they
you
are
know
freaks.
uh the nursing homes, they have more STDs than teenagers.
Yes, I know that because these people are nasty. They
Right.
just raw dogging it all over the place.
They don't have nothing to lose.
Nothing. They don't care.
They
I'm going to
nothing.
die in 5 years anyways. Is it gonna be a heart attack or and let's not talk about yeast infections that the whole people.
What? And they always they stay on antibiotics.
Always,
Like, damn. What
always.
is going on?
all you go there is you smell Vicks, you smell the A535 muscle rub, and you
Yup.
smell diapers, and
Yup.
that's about it. Like constantly, and
That's
body
it.
odors, because the nurses are like, "Oh my god, again, Harry, again,
I'm telling you.
all over the floor, again, Harry." And then when
Don't let Mary come out of Harry's room when her teeth are taken out.
her dentures,
Stick about, I gotta go mouthwash. Bitch, what? Go in there, sterilize.
you better work in there with gloves and a mask, because if anything's splashing on you, you don't know what it is. You're like, you don't know. You're not too sure. Like, is this what liquid is it?
No,
Don't touch anything
man.
with bare hands. You better put on 2 gloves and the PPE and the mask.
I'm telling you, it don't make no sense how these people are.
And if
I
you still
wonder
got
what
teeth,
age that starts. I kind of want to wait. I
70,
kind of want to get to that age to
70,
where
70.
70. Okay.
Yeah, they be. You see these ladies come into church. Oh, hi, brother, so and so, and rub it. Oh, yes, brother.
Oh yeah.
And they're talking, and the hands still stroking. Brother, yes,
Yeah. While she over there wet, just feeling on his muscle.
Feet rubbing up and down, and rubbing up and down. My God. And then my friend, the courier, he's like, the amount of woman when they see a man in a uniform and they open the door and there's nothing but robe, and then they open up the robe.
Yeah. Yeah.
A complete stranger. Yeah, man. I deliver the package.
Yeah.
I need a different package delivered. Okay. He's like, man, he got a lot of action in those days. I'm like, really? He goes, oh yeah, just put on the uniform and they're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Especially UPS, the brown one. They love that brown uniform. I don't know what it is.
Listen,
They love that brown truck and the brown uniform.
they something.
Yep, they something.
Brown suits or something.
Yep, the brown's good for something.
Yeah.
Always on time, right? What's their slogan? Always on time.
Always on time. Now I'm gonna be their supervisor.
There you go. You're gonna see all their codes. Oh, I have to do a redelivery because nobody was home. They were home. I'll go back at 3:00 to do the delivery, and then that's their last delivery for the day. And then you see, I'm going to go on a late lunch. Yeah, I know how it is. But it's almost 11. I gotta run because I gotta go to pick up my sister and then go get help with the gardening stuff. So yeah, set winning strategies.
That was the subject, y'all. We was all over the place.
Strategize. Make plans. Set goals. Set goals for the new year. And the Christmas L's will be happening from December 9th to the 22nd.
Oh,
So
that's what we decided?
Yeah, the 9th. Oh, yeah, because you were there. 9th to the 22nd. Go get your schedule ready, your snacks ready, because it's going to be, 14 days. It's 12 days, but we have the grand opening and then the closing with the after dark. So 14 days.
It's actually 14 days.
Shenanigans going from channel to channel. So please keep those dates open. It's going to be busy time, but as you know, we'll have the shenanigans going. Keep open mind and let's have fun. Okay, let's not be serious.
You hoes, keep your packages in check.
Yeah, keep your hodems down to a minimum. We'll see you next week. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Bye.
See you guys later.
Bye.